shock, awe are the only words I really have at this moment. What's going on, everybody? It's your Show Up the King. This will be a somber, very, very somber Bleach Chapter 511 review. Just woke up maybe about 30 minutes ago. Just, searching through my stuff. Saw that the manga came out, started reading it. And I was excited. I was super excited. I read One Piece first, and One Piece was actually a fantastic chapter. Hats off to them. They finally given me a chapter it was flawless throughout. Then I read Naruto. Naruto was good. You'll check out my review coming up after this one. And then I read Bleach. And I was nervous because the first thing that I saw was farewell Genryuusai Yamamoto. I was like, farewell. I mean, he got cut down, but I mean, he's not dead. He's probably just cut. We've seen people get cut down in Bleach all the time. He's not dead. Then I flipped the panel. People, let me tell you, like, if I would have done a live reaction to what I witnessed this morning, literally, I'm gonna show you the face that I had as I'm reading it, and I kid you not, this is exactly how I'm looking. I'm like, yeah. So that's how my face looked when I read that, and from continuously reading it, that's how my face was the entire time. I'm like so shocked right now. All I can say is, rest in peace, Yamamoto Genryuusai. You went out in a blaze of fiery glory, and you will be missed. I promise you. But, enough of this moratorium. Let's jump into this review because this is what you guys are here for. Alright, so again, like I said, the chapter opens up at the conclusion of the battle between Yubak and Yamamoto Genryuusai. And Genryuusai has been literally cut down in half. I'm not talking about a slit like normal people get in Bleach. I'm talking like this guy is literally bisected or sliced in half, literally. And he's dead. Like, there is no speculation. There is no Genryuusai's dead. So, and even after getting sliced in half, he still somehow is able to move, and he tries to reach for Yubak's leg with his sword hand, and Yubak slices him down effortlessly again, lopping off his arm. I mean, it was brutal. Like, I don't think I've ever seen such a brutal death in a manga in a very long time. I mean, it was just like, wow. And we get a couple of flashbacks of Genryuusai as a young person. And we also get reaction from, I guess, the other captains in Soul Society. And they're all just like shocked. Like, it's just like everyone knows that what just happened. And to make matters even worse, then Yubak proceeds to rain down Quincy swords or arrows or something, and just literally obliterated Genryuusai's body. Like, I'd be surprised if anything of Genryuusai was left. Like literally, like, Kubo is putting it out there and he's putting it to rest. There is no speculation. Genryuusai is dead. So I don't want to see anybody commenting, he might not be. No, that man is dead. He's cut in half, his arm ripped off. And speaking of his arm, before Yubak finished him off, he said to Yamamoto why he was weak. He asked him why didn't he have Onihime restore his left arm, that was destroyed in the Eisen arc. And, you know, of course, I was also wondering that same thing because I was like, you know, she fixed Green Zhao's arm, so it should have been nothing for her to fix Genryuusai's arm. And, you know, I think Yuobak had a point. He was like, you know, Genryuusai has already been stubborn about accepting help from humans, so it would stand to believe that he would never let his pride let a human help him, which again I do think is stupid. I mean, like I said, Genryuusai, he's a very strong person, but I mean, if you had an opportunity to get your arm back, you should have took it, bro. But yeah. Oh. And then to think that it couldn't possibly get any worse for Soul Society, then Yuobak proceeds to summon all of his soldiers to instantly just violate. As the text I read said, summon the soldiers and tell them to violate Soul Society. Yeah, he said violate. So all these soldiers show up and they just start wrecking shit. And I'm just sitting there thinking to myself like, damn, these guys are so fucked right now. Like, I don't know what Kubo's doing, but he's killing me, man. Like, Kubo, I understand this is your last arc, and I understand that you're trying to bring the fury, but damn, can we get some relief? Can we get a glimmer of hope or something? I mean, and again, this is not bashing the chapter. The chapter was fantastic. I'm not dissing or bashing this chapter in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying, like, I'm at a low point right now, because right now I'm already dealing with the death of Yamamoto. Because again, I've said this 1,000 times. I am not one of those Bleach fans that get off on deaths. Like, to me, deaths are I guess they happen in manga, but to me it doesn't necessarily boost the manga any higher in my eyes. Like, yes, it's a shocking manga chapter, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be discussing this for some time, but I'm just saying in general, it's not something that I look forward to. Who's going to die next? Who's going to die next? No, that's not me. So the soldiers, like I said, show up and they just start wrecking shit. They're killing everyone, and even not even underneath the lieutenants looks like they're able to stop them. It's like the Stern Ritters are running up, all up in Soul Society and violating them. Now, the one glimmer of hope, and this is the one part that did frustrate the shit out of me. So Yuobak and his subordinate basically says, let's leave. The Zero Squad will show up soon. Let's wait for them to show up. Then we'll come in and, you know, take over. So as he says that, there's a giant explosion in the air, and Yuobak is clearly shocked at, you know, what this explosion is. We have no idea what this explosion is. It's just like an explosion in the air, and then that's it. And I'm just like, what? No! I'm like, no! It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. So, this is almost as bad as how it ended with the Stern Ritter back on Waco Mundo got sliced down in front of Urahara, and then you just don't find out who the hell it is. Like, to me, this is worse. This is worse. And you know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. I'm telling you, one or two things are going to happen. Next week in Bleach, either it's going to be on a break, or they're going to switch stories again. There's no way we're going to find out what that explosion in the sky was next week. It's not going to happen. Now, one or two things are going to happen. They're going to either switch to Ichigo being locked in that fucking cage the whole time, or they're going to switch to the back to Waco Mundo, and maybe we'll find out who it was that got cut down. And I'm fingers crossed for Grimmjow. But I mean, I promise you, we will not find out what that explosion in the air was, because Kubo likes to just dangle the fucking bait in front of you and then pull it away as soon as you get close. Damn you, Kubo. But again, you know, overall this chapter gets a 5 out of 5 for me. I mean, it's very sad, it's very, you know, disheartening, but I have not seen quality of work like that in a while. Hats off to you, Kubo. Hats off, my friend. But, you know, let's get discussing, you know, what do you think that explosion in the sky was? Do you really think Yamamoto? You know what? I don't even want to talk about whether or not Yamamoto is dead, because that man's dead. He's fucking dead. What are the other captains gonna do? How are they gonna react to his death? Like, let's get talking. If you hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, thumbs up. Definitely subscribe to my videos. I love to bring you guys great content. This is Shonoff the King, the one and only. You guys have a fantastic day.